My first encounter with Pablo was we were waiting for this little baby kitten that we were gonna go into the adoption room with and like feel out how we felt about her. And while we were waiting, there was these cages like by the door, and this cat was just going like insane. Like he was running back and forth in this cage, even though it was like this big. So we went in the room, and I was playing with this ball with him, and he was playing like fetch with me, and I was like, this is just the cat we need, and we didn't even really look at the other little cat.
So, how we got Pablo is I was at work, and my wife and my kids were not, and they got bored and they went and got a cat.
How would you describe Pablo's personality?
He's definitely really playful. He's always like wanting to play. He can basically play with anything. Like if you throw like a plastic flower in the air, then he will like literally go after it. Pablo really likes food. In the morning he has his dry food, and at night he has his wet food. And he gets really mad in the morning when he gets dry food instead of wet food. He'll go over and eat a couple bites and then come and bite your leg because you didn't feed him the right kind of food in his mind. He'll start meowing at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, even though he knows we refuse to feed him at night till 5:30. But for some reason every day he still is very persistent.
What was your first encounter with Pablo?
Well, when I first met Pablo, he attacked my face in my sleep.
Pablo, for some reason, is obsessed with my shoes from work because I'll drop like chicken salad on him or something because I work at a deli, and he loves sticking his face in it for whatever reason. So yeah, that's another weird thing about him.
Funny story about Pablo. Well, I mean, it's a funny story that happens every single day of the week. And I come down and I try to put my shoes on, and he tries to prevent that from happening. For whatever reason, he attacks my legs, my hands, and everything around my shoes because they piss him off for some reason.
Your personal feelings about Pablo?
I strongly despise that cat. He is the devil reincarnated.
He is not a devil. He is an angel sent from above. He loves like cuddling with us, and he's very, very sweet.
So I needed to take Pablo to the vet for his shots, and I couldn't get the carrier together, and I had to have Angie somewhere before the trip to the vet. So I put him inside of a crate, and I put the lid on the crate until we got to the car, and then I took it off so he could breathe. And he jumped out of the car when I was driving, and he was climbing on the steering wheel. Pablo's impacted our family life by bringing much joy to everybody. He, even though he bites people's toes and steals our bread, everybody fights about who's going to hold him. As soon as anybody walks in the door, everybody's petting him. He just brings a lot of love and joy to everybody.
Pablo has impacted my life because he's just always been like something I can like come home to, and he's always puts me in a good mood. If I'm ever in a bad mood, he's always trying to play with me and make me happy. And he's always got my back. If I ever have bread I didn't want, he would always eat it. And you know, just throughout all the fakes, Pablo's been there. He's a real one.
I feel like Pablo has definitely made Stacy a more fun person, and she's very much open to love with him, and he just greatly improved her life.
I think Pablo has impacted our family because we've kind of become crazy cat people. We buy lots of black cat merchandise, and we like buy him really fancy food because he likes wet food, but he also needs special food so that he doesn't get a UTI. So yeah, I think we just go a little crazy.
He always wants to be around people and in their laps and running up the curtains and all over the couches. And he, even though he's over 2 now, he still has that kitten-like enthusiasm. And yeah, you know, we have an agreement. I spend $40 a month on food on Pablo, and he's the best cat ever.